Okay, new card, and I've got this smell. I was kneeling down, I can smell this smell. Oh, I've got one of these bloody meat ant things putting off this smell, and it's about to bite me, sort of thing. So I've just got to walk through the pain, I suppose. The things I do. Hopefully you got some good footage back there of those so-called meat ants, these sort of reddish bluish ants, not to be confused with Mercedes insignis, the much bigger spider that is the spider used as the archetypal type. Jeez, damn. I'm going to have a list of all these things that come out in these videos. The double alliterations on various verbs, gerunds, gerundives and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So what I was saying, I was talking about the mycorrhizing sort of thing, and like you can actually, I've filmed it on Capensis. It doesn't seem to do anything, Capensis. Whether it has to be activated, or as I said, Capensis is like an 11 grammer, whereas Bonata is a 22 grammer. Your Cephalodus is 22 to 33. Sorry, it lies somewhere in between 22 and 33. You know, so you basically just stick it on at 22. And but you can push it up to halfway between that of Ceracine. Ceracine can handle basically seawater. I don't know if it can handle more. I haven't actually tested that far, but you know, it can definitely. And normally I sort of walk in there and push through. Oh, maybe we should try it, hey? And find a few plants in there. There's a little area up here somewhere. If I can find it, maybe a bit of a struggle. Well, we'll just spend 5 minutes. If I can't find it, then we'll just move on. Whether it's still here, whether I can find it. There's a little area here, little pocket. It's where I actually dug up and counted some sheaths on tubers. So I suppose it's historical for that reason. We worked out the plants. If you make the assumption that for every sheath is a year, you can make the assumption that the plants, well, started off at least back in 1969 when Neil Armstrong and I think is it Buzz Aldrin were landing on the moon. Everyone forgets the other person who had to stay in the orbiter, who never made it onto the moon. But you know, some people have to make the sacrifices. Could have been a lonely death in space without actually even ever walking or seeing the moon personally. But I think later on they actually put him on a mission where he actually ended up on the moon, didn't they? Don't quote me on that, but that's the sort of thing I picked up by osmosis, I suppose. So yeah, it was around here somewhere, I think. Could be over there. It's just a nice little group of plants it was, growing by a rather prominent tree stump at the time anyway. Oh, I don't know, if I can't find it very quickly. As I said, it's been like a decade, and before that it was a few years before that I'd been coming out quite regularly, so you know, and the kids do sort of play around with the bush during their school holidays sort of thing, you know, making bite rutting mounds and things like that, and shifting things around, and you know, you can lose some of your place markers that way, but yeah, kids are kids sort of thing, children are children, baby goats are baby goats. But anyway, oh, maybe it's this, yeah, maybe it's this one and coming off this path. As I said, I'm getting old now, I'm nearly 50, and well, there's a nice bit of mossage on that thing. Eventually we'll go down there and we'll walk along. There'll be some nice sunnage out there. It's probably actually a really good day to actually be out looking after a nice bit of rain, and maybe that's for the Moss Liverwort and Lichen Facebook page or something, I don't know. See if we can get a nice screenshot out of that. You'd expect some sort of sun juice, you'd be able to jump out on that stuff, wouldn't you? Oh, maybe it's down here. Probably time for the card to run out fairly soon. But as I said, if you want this in 1080p or twice as good, and you want it just as I see it, you know, a true 1-to-1 thing, maybe you should get together or something and, you know, make a little piggy bank amongst yourselves and, you know, save up to buy Richard a true 1-to-1 wide angle and, you know, a 1080p camera. You know, in other parts of the world, since we're like almost 20 years behind the rest of the world, surely they would be cheaper because they've been selling more. Oh jeez, it's bit me in my groin, this bloody little ant. I'm gonna have a sore groin, I reckon, especially if it starts rubbing. Just knows exactly where you go, straight for the jewels. In it's a ninja ant, you know, it's been trained to go straight for the jewels. But no, I think I've missed it. Yeah. Oh well, we'll walk through here and go down, and we'll come out of the path there, sort of thing. Usually it's quite a stunning vista walking out there. I think I've missed the turnout. I think so. Oh, maybe just go through here. It'd be a lot simpler. Get half the vista sort of thing. Of course the card will run out just as we get out into it. Okay. Well, actually, it looks like there's another path running back. So maybe we can just go back and back down sort of thing onto it and walk out that way. Well, I suppose he's got a nice stunning termite mound, a different one. See, this one's a clay one, whereas the one I filmed the other day of the similar size was like sort of cowcrete sort of stuff, you know, silk, you know, cow silk or something. C-A-L-C silk, in a way. Cowcrete, cow silk. Anyway, so oh dear. Oh, here we go. It's I'm trying to get on a. I think it's this path here. I'm not sure now. Oh, almost fell over there. And so I don't have the strap on the camera now. I took it off yesterday. Trying to, you know, perfect the bonnet cam sort of thing. But as I said, basically, as I learnt from WA, is you got to live with the plants every single day. You know, there were little changes, little subtle changes every single day of the season. Even if you miss 1 or 2 days out, especially if you miss 2 days out, yeah, you're not really getting the full whack. Basically, as I said, you've got to live with the plants. You know, if you're doing like a PhD thesis, I reckon you need to actually camp out on one of these sites. And the things you get to see, and you look at them all, you know, from sunrise to sunset, and maybe even at night time as well. And as you go through the season, you'll see other changes in all the other plants too. As you go through the coldest night, some of these things will like go purpley glaucous sort of thing. All sorts of other things you'll see. If there's a frosty year or something, you know, it does go below 0 degrees or something, you might see a few interesting things. But basically, that's what you're going to do. That's basically what I was doing over in Western Australia. It was like looking at the plants every single day after school, sometimes even in the morning before going to school, weekends, school holidays. And once I'd had that, I could fill at my local place, and during the school holidays it was off to Canton Swamp, and regular trips to Canton Swamp. Now it's either this one or that one. And maybe I should start a new clip, because these clips are just going to get too long, aren't they?